Hello guys, it's Tonton. Welcome to a new video on my channel. Today is Wednesday. It's day 3 of SVS, and this SVS I'm pushing, so I'll take that opportunity to show you what I do, how I do it, and why I do it. So it's kind of overlapping with a video I already made, but if you did not watch this video, maybe you will learn a thing or two. So let's do the push. Today is Beast Day, but we have a lot of things that we can do. We can do pets, so we'll do pets. We can do charms. I have one that got possible to do because of Frostfire yesterday. Lucky Wheel and Hero Shard. I'll see if there is anything new I can do, but I've done it yesterday. So it's mostly pets and Polar Terrors. And you can do pets as well on Friday, but it does not change much. But because you have Labyrinth with pets, only the stats of pets are effective. I want to do it today so I can progress because I've been accumulating for 3 months, so I did not progress on my Labyrinth for 3 months. And you know, it's time to change that, I guess. Has been a long time, 3 months to keep everything. So we'll do Beast. I started already. So I started with 1.2 thousand. So I did some auto hunting with one march with Gina while I was sleeping. And now I'm doing rallies with Polar, so I'll show you in a sec. I'll talk to you. I won't record an hour and burning all my cans, but just wanted to show you that the only event where, and I will recalculate with you, but basically it's the same amount of points whether you call a rally on a Polar Terror, so that's 20 stamina. And if you defeat Beast, if you do 26 or above, right? That's in terms of points for SVS per point of stamina used, that's the equivalent. So what you want to think about is the rewards. And if you look at a level 30 Beast, you get a tiny bit of alloy, and you get resources and stuff. And if you look at a Polar, you get gems, potential shards, and you get alloy, and you get speed up. So overall, Polar are a lot better. So that's why if I burn some stamina cans with auto rally, I'll just do it on Gina on one march. I mean, if you're at work and you cannot do it, and you just want to make points, and you don't care about the rewards you get from doing that, you know, you can use multiple marches. You can do up to 3 marches, right? And you only have that available if you buy a pack. It's only auto hunt is linked to these monthly ultra value cards. You can only do that if you buy these. So the first one is half price in the game, and then it's 12 €. So it's a bit expensive, but it's very practical. So while we do the video, I'll keep one march in auto hunting. So I keep progressing because I don't have the full day. I don't have, I need to work. I have things to do today. I have appointments. I have a podcast to record. I have this video to record. So I won't be able to. But then the way you want to, let's talk a bit about auto hunting before we do pets. So if I'm active, right? If I'm active and I have to spend 1,000 cans, I'll start 6 rally at once. So particularly right now, there are not many. So how do I do it? I set up marches, 6 marches. So these are out so you don't see them, but they are my 2 best marches. And other marches with 1 troop, 1 infantry. So I've set 6 marches. So I sent one to auto hunt because the video will take a while and I want to burn a bit of stamina cans, even if it's not the best reward. So you see I have my first 6 marches set up. If you have 100 cans, you can use only Gina if you play a lot. If you don't play a lot, then do like that, And why do we want to send only 1 troop? Because right now, we are 100 people in the Alliance, right? So we are a very active Alliance because we just recruited 25 people. So most of the inactive one we replace. So that's, as close as it gets to 100 people active on a year and a old state, basically, a year and a half old state. So if you send 1 march, what will happen is that, when I'll try to show you in a minute, but when the march is touching the Polar Terror, it will See, there is 17 injured. So the only troop I'm sending myself, it's gonna go injured and it's gonna go to the infirmary, right? So basically, you see, my troops will walk from my city to the Polar Terror. And then it will disappear and come back immediately to my city because the only troop was injured. So it goes to the infirmary. So you don't have the time to walk back. So let's see. And while we'll do quickly that while we are waiting for 1 minute for it to progress. And then I'll talk about something else quickly. So you want to multitask, right, in that case. You don't want to wait too long. It's nearly there, 40 seconds, so let's see. So the march is going to start as soon as the rally is full. So for us it's around 3 minutes because we have a hive that is basically very stretched. So if people are joining rallies from the right and I'm in the left, it takes, they join minute 4 and it takes 1 minute for walking time, so it's around 3 minutes. Our rally are going, so that's not optimized. You can have a more compact hive to go faster for rallies. And if you look at this one, 7 seconds, it's gonna hit. And it's gonna disappear, right? 5. See, they disappear immediately. So we killed, right? There is no failure. It's all kill, we got the rewards. But they went to the infirmary, so that means that I don't have the minute of walking back. So that means I could do that, right? Right away, I can go and I can send it again. So that only works. I could even do 7 right now. There is nobody else doing it. So basically, that's kind of the idea. So let me send this again, so you see how it works again. Then I'll stop doing it. Well, for the video, it's gonna be boring for you guys, and I'll talk to you about a few other things that are important. So you want to basically have on a day like that, especially early days, if you are like your first SVS, your second SVS, you might go to 40, 50 rallies at once, and the issue is like the rally are not gonna be full. So instead of, for us, like you see 5 to 4 minutes, nothing happened. Minute 4, auto joiners join, right? Minute 3, the rallies are going out, and because they are full. If you find yourself in a position where the rallies are not full, then they will wait 5 minutes to go. So your troops are stuck in cities, not walking and not fighting, because rallies are not full. So you need to find a balance in your alliance to have rallies that are full, right? You see, all of these are full. So to have full rallies, you want people to, on that day, to turn on auto hunting if they are not active. And I'll do it in the while we do the video, and to send it to all troops. So it's sending 3 heroes, your best heroes, automatically, and as much troop as possible. So for me, for the time of the video, I'll be joining other people's rally. I'll keep 1 march in auto hunt with Gina. See, it's walking very fast. So I keep progressing a bit. And so that you want to play with that setting, basically. You want nobody to farm. So what I will suggest for you to farm is to farm. You still need to do your daily missions, right? So you still want these to happen. Collecting resources and gathering 4 times. So you can unlock this chest and you can get all the rewards. You want to do that daily. So my suggestion for that is often, because you won't find level 4 tiles at that stage of the game. So for me, usually the way I'm doing it is I'm sending my troops to level 5 tiles. So see, it's far more than the needed amount, right? So either I'm not playing and I send them to level 5 tiles so they come back as soon as possible, so they are available to auto join rallies, or I'm sending them to level whatever tile, 6, 8, whatever, and then I'm pulling them back when they gathered enough. So you need to know, how much it is, right? So it's 250k, 250k of wood and food, 50k and 15k. So when it's 1.2 million, so it's when it's 950k. I know they gathered enough, so I can call it back, basically. So that's what you want to do. So people not farming in your alliance. So we sent messages yesterday. We had I'm sure that was if you translate we kill beasts, 6 march for automatic joining. Like, you know, you have to tell people what to do basically over and over. So every time you have to remind them. So we have it in Alliance Noticed. Our R5 sent reminders yesterday. So yeah, people not farming as much. If they need resources, especially if you are, you know, a bit, you are Fire Crystal 1, 2, 3, like, you know, give them resources from farms that, you know, that have resources, give them resources from well that can empty their city. You know, if people need to farm on such a day, they're like, I'm lacking resources, tell them, you know, we got you, we'll find resources on the farm account, we'll find resources on someone else's account that you will be able to attack, and please auto-join. It's a very, very important day for SVS. Like, we won day 1 and day 2. Today they are a bit, you know, they're a bit ahead. They are behind a lot, right, overall on the event. But a state that is a lot more active can make a lot more points on that day. And often we say that this day and tomorrow training day are kind of making or breaking SVS. So training is making or breaking SVS even more, because you just need 1 or 2 spenders to spend a lot of money on training speed-ups, and they can win SVS, basically. I've seen that happen. Or it's this day. So these are very 2 important days. So you want a lot of activity. That's why as well having like farm account, not to kill the smaller alliance on your states, things like that are very important. It's because on days like that, they will do a lot of points because they will do rallies and stuff. So we have even some people that used to have, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts that they'll keep for SVS. And they'll just connect once a day, collect a bit of resources, accumulate stamina, and a few things like that. And they'll just go crazy on this day, you know, with their account and stuff. So you can make points with extra accounts. You can help your state. So that's why I kept my farm as well, you know, with my moving. I move like to a lot of states, and I kept my farm, so it's making a lot of points for SVS. So today, on my main, I'll burn everything because I need to rank. I want to rank and I want to be first, and, you know, I want to get the rewards like we talked the previous day. For my farm, I start to slow down because we are so much in advance. So I'll start to slow down on my farm and keep things for the last day. I'll not use anything that can be used later in the SVS. I start to not use it on my farm, so I'll be using it only if we need it, and if not, I accumulate it for next time, which means that my farm is a SVS making point account basically at that stage. So for what to say about these days as well, Polar, you want to rally Polar that you can kill easily. So for us, you know, we are I'm SC7, nearly FC8. We are playing the game for a year and a half. Even like we don't, people say not to rally Polar level 7, but to be honest, I think we could, no problem. I think there is no problem doing that. But when you start the game, like when you are in the early days, sometimes you rally like, you know, maybe Polar level 3 or 4. Our first SVS, we will, you know, rally Polar 3 or 4, then, you know, instead of 6, for example. Because you want to make sure you kill. You don't want rallies that are failing, right? Because if a rally is failing, what does it mean? That means that you had to wait 2 minutes for the rally to go from, you know, from a city to the Polar Terror, or 2 minutes and a half, sometimes 3. So you took a lot of resources, right? You had 10 people joining your rallies. It took 3-4 minutes, and then the troops need to go back, and then it's filling people's infantry. So, you know, if you go online for 12 hours because you have to work a shift, and you come back, you might have, you know, a lot to heal, and it's gonna cost resources. And if you're in the early days of the game, it's important. Like right now for us, it does not matter. Like if we have a bit to heal during SVS, you know, during that day, it's not really important. But when you are your, you know, first SVS, second SVS, many people are lacking resources, and if you start to feed infirmary, people get demotivated. They don't want to turn auto join because it's a lot of work to heal. So like it starts to break down things. So you want to rally lower Polar Terror, and I'm pretty sure if you look at Denis' message, max level 6, right, he says. It's probably, let me translate, but do not kill level 7, only up to maximum of level 6. So right now I'm doing level 7 because there is nobody else. So my rally will be full. of Fire Crystal 6-7, so there is no problem. Like again, if you look at reports, right? On the level 6, like we have 10 troops going to the infirmary. We have 2,000 troops that are, you know, kind of damaged from the fight. So that's an overkill. So we have 10 people in the rally, so everyone got 1 troop in their infirmary. So it's not a problem at all, right? And if I look at the level 7, it's the same, or it's 40. So we have 4 troops per rally going to the infirmary. So that's not a problem when it's like that. It's because if you look at my stats, you know, and that's a bad march, right? It's like bad heroes. That's my weakest march, actually. I don't have gear. That's, you know, there are low-level heroes and stuff. I'm still beating the monster quite a lot. And, you know, there are 450,000 of them, and we are 1.1 million, right? So even if some stats are not as good, there is far more of us. So overall, it's okay, but you might want to lower the amount of polar terror you do to level 3 or 4. And that will be, for your first SVS, that will be totally okay, right? You see, between it's 20, it's 1, 20, 15. So that's why you can to get generic shards, so that could be a bit better if you can do 4, but, you know, if you don't need by ET, but it's 25, 20, and you get a bit more speed ups as well. So, of course, if you can do 7, you know, it's a lot better because you get 40, you get a lot more speed ups, you get 5 more minutes per beast, you know, per polar terror on training, you get a bit more healing. So overall, you know, do kind of as high as you can with your alliance, but it's not a day to optimize for reward, it's a day to optimize for points. If you have a SVS that's really intense and you really care to win, that could be the only time I will tell you that buying stamina cans from here could be worth it. I've done that in quite a few alliances when we were in our first SVSs. That's one of the best way to make points with your gems, basically on SVS, except spinning the wheel. That's a last resort, desperate situation where you're like, we need to win at all cost. It's like everyone empty their bags. Everyone empty their bags. Because for 600 gem, basically, you get 2 cans. 600 gem is one polar terror with Gina, and it's 30k points, if you look at it. So that was one of the best way to make points, but like, it's not a suggestion. By default, I would not do that because you want your gems for VIP, you want your gems for spinning the wheel, you want to gems for something else. But if you're really, really, really close and you're like, you know, we try all we can to win that SVS, that's one option. And if you're a whale and you have, you know, too many gems by far, you can of course use these many whales by these. That the only thing that are bought in the gem store, right, is these by whales, like our VIP 12 and with millions of gems, so they upgrade their pets, and we'll go to pets in a moment. And in SVS, in times of desperation, if you want, like each time we had to do this, to be honest with you, we bought stamina cans, we got crushed the next day on training, and we lost. So that was so that's why I would not suggest it, basically, right? It's not the by default, do it every time. I would not suggest it. But if you really want to, or if you want to rank, like I care to do, and you're like, you know, I need 2, 3, 4, 5 million points, then maybe you spend 100k gems here, you know. It's kind of wasted, but, you know, that's an option. I just want you to know it's an option. You decide based on, you know, on yourself. But that could be a way to make points, and not the best way to make points with gem in SVS, beyond spinning the wheel. And you can still spin the wheel today if you wanted to. So that's it for pets. So you want to balance your, for pets, no, for rallying, right? You want to balance that. Even if you use formation and you select heroes, it means that these heroes won't be available next time. So so you see, for me, it's 165k troop, right? It means that the second march that will be sent will be without heroes, because these will be sent. So it will send a march like that, an empty one. So it's 40k troops less per march. So if you join a rally with 6 marches, you will have 5 marches with 40k less, so that's 200k troops less sent to your allies. So that's why you want all troops, because that will always send with zeros, and that will send 165k troops. And you don't choose the ratio, so it's 33, 33, right, of infantry, lancer, marksman. Here you can choose the ratio if you want to. So by default, I will choose that, so I kind of control, you know, how many troops I send, do I send everything. The rest of the week, you know, often we are at the stage for us, like, you know, you have reward for polar terror, hero mission, so you might even want to send less troops when you have hero mission, so everyone can get 50 a day, so more people are joining rallies, basically. For us, if we send, all of us send max troops all the time, sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you don't have everyone doing these 50 or heroes missions, so it could be even good sometimes to really, you know, outside of SVS to send 40k troops or something, so you allow more players to join rallies and make sure you achieve these, you get these 50 per person in your alliance. But today it's not the point. Today you want to send max troop all the times, because when I woke up we had up to 20 rallies, right? So I'll just send a last wave. I'll, you know, take the opportunity that nobody is doing that to make points on level 7, and then we'll go to pets, because that's gonna take a while and there is a lot of things to say. So I'm sorry for the hammer, we have some work in the house and it's all day every day, so you know, there is no time for me to record a video while it's not happening. And today it's closer to where I record, so that's for beasts, polar terrors. I think I said all I needed. The good thing is, something to consider is, you will have a defeat nearby beast at the same time. It's a 2-day event, so you want to make points here on day 2 when you have SVS, because it's overlapping with day 3 with beast. So when you have defeat nearby beast on SVS, you want to do as little as you can that day. You want to keep your stamina for Wednesday, and you want to make points. So, and if you keep like stamina can for 3 months like me, that means you have a good chance at ranking 1. And on top of trying to rank 1, these are not worth pushing on their own, I think, in my opinion. Like this is not good for the amount of stamina it cost you if there is no SVS at the same time. But for me, because there is SVS at the same time, and I could be one of the players with that will use the most cans, we'll see. Then I have a decent chance at least to be, you know, top 2 or 3, and that's okay, right? That's top 2 or 3 is decent rewards. Below that it starts to be very little reward, so that's a good thing. So let's talk about pets. So I will push from polar terror all day, I'll rally, then I'll do some on my farm as well. I'll keep pets on my farm on Friday, so I did not do pets for 3 months. So you see there are a lot of options. I can upgrade these, I have some XP. So I made a video about pets, but I'll take that opportunity to kind of talk about it. My focus right now, my main focus is this dude, because it's increasing Snow Ape, the March increase quad capacity, so it's deployment capacity. So every March I'm sending out, so my March with 3 heroes is 165k as we saw. So every time I increase that, you see I gain 1,500 troops, right? So I still have 4,500 troops to unlock. So if you think about Crazy Joe, if I have it maxed and someone else is level 6, you know, I'm sending 6k troops per March. So I'll make more points on every city I'm defending. If you think about Sunfire Castle, I'll have more troops in my March within a rally to make points and help the alliance. So as a rally joiner, I don't need rally capacity. I'm rarely a rally leader, and if I am, it's not that important. I'll be in foundry, I'll be maybe on the turret from time to time, but not, you know, not that much. So I still, you know, increase it a bit, but it's not very important for me. If you are a rally leader, like for me, rally leading is on and off. I do it from time to time only. If you are a big rally leader, you will have to have that pet max, right? Because that's a deployment capacity of 110, and if you go to max level, it's 150,000, right? So that's an extra person in your rally. So versus someone that do not have it, or have it like 40, 30k troops less, it's a lot. So my focus will be to level up that dude, and to level up the new pet we receive with Gen 6, so I'll level it up to 40, but I'll give it some level today. So that will be the two focus, and if I can do another pet, I will. So let's start with the focus of the day. So I'll advance the dude. So you see it's a 2% increase of attacks and defense. It's 1.5k troops. So it's decent. But I cannot bring it to level 90, right? Because that's 15k per level at least, and I got 80k. So I'm gonna do 5 level, and so I cannot upgrade it again. So that's done for now. So now my second focus is that dude. So let's go. Let's do it again. I should have kept enough to at least go to level 50, which is the case. So I think, because it's a lot of stats, I'm hesitating, because this one is not very good, this troop defense. So I think I'm gonna keep it here. I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna really focus on that dude. I'm gonna really focus on that dude in the, I'll rush him to level 100 to max him out. I really want to. So that's mostly done. So now I need to see what else can I do. So that's 40. And so I can do 2 of these upgrades. If, only if, and that this one is how much? Is 20. And what do I have here? I have 40, okay. So I can do 2 of the big pets. If I advance, right, you see I can get 85, I get that 2 times, that I get 2 times, and I get enough in my bags to get 40 serums. And this one is not that important to me. This one is increasing troop attacks, so it's good for, it helped me with, for example, for bear, things like that. And this one is doing lethality. So I think I will do, I'll keep the rhino low because it's less important for me, and I'll increase the lion, and I'll increase the saber-tooth tiger. So I need 39. So that's why as well sometimes you want to keep these in your bags, you know, like either you plan properly and you calculate and you know what you're gonna do. For pets, for me, I don't calculate in advance because I do it Wednesday, so I have a bit of time to adjust if I need to by Friday to be able to do it again. So 1 and 2. And can I do more? What do I miss for this dude? Yeah, no, I cannot do more. That's too much. So pets are done mostly. I'll show you something else in a minute. So let's see how it looks in terms of ranking and points. So it gives me points. You know, pets are not amazing, right? If you're free to play, even if you accumulate for 3 months, you're not gonna make 20 million with them, right? but you know, still something. So see, these guys are still pushing for polar, so I need to keep going because that dude is a whale, and if he goes crazy tomorrow for training, then he could be number 1 easily in the ranking. So that's my main concern. I think Sato is not the big spender, and I think I have more than him in my bags. Denise and Websters are spenders, but I don't think they'll push that hard. My concern is really that Soju, that is a big whale in their state, that's their stronger player, so he could totally, you know, go crazy. So the other thing that I need to do on pets, and I won't make the full video on it, it's gonna be too long, but I'll just explain to you how I think. So if you look at my pets, so you have your level and you have refine, right? And refined, you have gray, so that the level before, you have green, you have blue, and you have epic, and probably you have purple, but you have I don't know if you have a level of mythic like orange. I never went there myself with the pet. And you see I have a lot of stones, right? I have 27 and nearly 500. So if you look at my pet, they are kind of all in the green, right? The gray, basically the way it works when you refine is the gray is very easy to go through. Each time you use a stone, you will get, see if I use, let me show you on this one actually. Let's do some of this one. So this one is brand new. So you see that the gray level. So you can do it manually or you can auto make it automatic, but you see like it's a +7. I have only good increase. So, you know, I don't have to look too much at the beginning. You can be like, you know, as long as it's green at the top, it's okay. Sometimes I disagree with the game, but see, it's kind of progressing quickly, right? So it tells me, right, it's the pet's overall stat will decrease after the replacement continue. Okay, so what is decreasing? So you see I'm losing 0.3% in total and I'm gaining half of that. So it's like, okay, retry. I don't want to lose, right? I'm losing again. Okay, retry. Now I'm winning, right? If you look at percentages, I'm gaining more than 0.5 and I'm losing less than 0.2. So of course it's better. So you can either quickly calculate from the top of your head or look at the value here and just go with it. If you want to increase a special stat, so see for example here I'm losing Lancer's lethality, Marksman lethality, and I'm gaining a few things, but I'm gaining just like, and it's barely an increase. I could be like, okay, I care more about lethality, so I retry and I don't want it. And it says, okay, because it's a green, it's an improvement, the game tells you you are actually not accepting something that is an upgrade, but you can do whatever you want. The game just gives you a warning. So you see like my stones are already fading quite a bit. But if I would be using them, okay, I don't care. If I will be using it on a green, it will fail a bit more often. I'll have less gain and more loss. And if I use it on a blue, it will be even worse. Like these stones will work, rarely works. And if you do that on purple, it's worse. So that's why the whales, they are buying for millions of gems of these. It's because it really takes a lot to increase. So that's basically why you want to kind of increase all your pets at one and not just try to make this one purple, for example. If I spend all my wild marks on this one to make it purple, I will overall have a lot less stat than if I put everything green first and everything blue and stuff like that. So now, because they are releasing pets very slowly, at that point we have all the pets available in the game. That was the last one. There will probably be more, because I think that's yeah, that's level 5, so that's level 1 Polar Terror, level 2 Polar Terror, level 3 Polar Terror, level 4 Polar Terror, level 5 Polar Terror, and we have 7 Polar Terrors in the game, so there is likely 2 new pets coming, right? But they are not available, even on older states. So, because pets are coming very, very slowly now, for me, I've been working to get, you know, all of these to blue, and now I'll put that one to green, and then I'll be, leave me alone, and then I'll be putting all these one to blue, right? And something I mentioned in the pet video is these are mythic. You see they are orange, right? These are purple. So if you compare these, they are blue, or let's say the green, it goes to 13. It goes to 13 something. It goes to 1341. If I compare to a purple, it goes to 872 maximum, right, in green. So you get a lot more stats on the older pets, on the newer pets, sorry, than on the older one. So if you look at the first one you get 2% in green. The other one was like 14 on the mythic one. So you don't want to spend too many stones, wild marks, on the gray, on the green, on the blue. You really don't want to, and at the beginning I did not know that, so you see I put them green and far above, like I used a lot of stone to get there. So you don't want to. You might want to skip, and I mentioned that in the pet video, but you might want to skip all of that, accumulate your stones, and really start to spend a lot of stone when, you know, they are closer, maybe a bit more on the purple, and maybe a lot more on these, to get them to blue. That will be very important. And one last tips before I kind of close the video for today is, my experience at least is, if you, let me accept. So I'll show you automatic as well. So it's basically automatic. The game is accepting everything that is green and not accepting everything that is red. So you see, you know, you can go take a coffee and you come back. You cannot set an amount of stone you want to use. There is no way for you to kind of limit the usage of it. I didn't use the orange stones yet. The orange stones, they are a lot more likely to succeed, and they are a lot more likely to give you a lot more stats. So what I find, and that's, I did not make calculation on that, but if I use them, I will wait for a pet to be at least green or blue to use them, because if I use them now, they will make the pet progress very fast at the beginning, but I have a feeling that because the blue stones are working very well at that stage, it's better to use the blue stones. When the blue stones, so around when you are in the green section of the stat or the blue section of the stat, they work a lot less. So when these are working a lot less, then you can start to use these, right? Then it makes sense to use these, I think. I've seen other people saying the same as well, but I did not calculate, or like, I don't know if you can actually, but that will be my gut feeling. So I'll use these stones on that pet to put it green as much as I can, and as far as I can in green. So I'll, you know, after the video, I'll get a coffee or something, and I'll leave the game doing that. And these ones, I'll either use them on this guy or on the other one that are green still, to push them close to blue. So you can stop anytime, and you see I'm already like gain health and lethality 5 to 7% everywhere, right, with 100 stones. So it goes very quickly at the beginning. If you look at points, I've nearly made no points using 100 stones. So these are not like the common ones. I mean, I have 500, right, so it's easy to calculate, right? So it's gonna be it's gonna give me 500,000 points, a bit more than that, but that's gonna be little, and that's, you know, I have 30 of these, so it's gonna be the same. So maybe it's gonna give me 3 months of saving, gonna give me 1,000,000 points in SVS, which is very low. So for a free-to-play, it's not a big source of points. It seems you have a lot, but it's not a big source of points. The main points are coming from increasing pets. That's a lot more. Because if you look at, you know, I did that, for example, I did level 80, so that's 12,000 points multiplied by 50, right? So that's a lot more points. So that's why you get your point from pets, most likely. Okay, I need to do one charm before I forget. Let's do that quickly together, and then that will be it for today. So I'm basically I'm advancing my infantry more with charms, because I want more health. I don't care about lethality, but I want more health, so they're a bit more tanky. And I'm following when I cannot do infantry with the other ones. So I focus on infantry first, and then I'm doing the other one with, you know, when I have only 200 of the design, so I could do a level 4 to 5, right? And at the same time, I'm pushing for one charm to be 11, because in Generation 7, like I said yesterday, you unlock an exchange. You can exchange charm guides for charm design, but that's only available in Generation 7 if you have a charm level 11. So I'm starting to work toward that. So I have one charm that I will next push I do in 3 months in Generation 7 actually. In SVS, I'll put that to level 11, so I'll unlock the exchange, so I'll be able to push all the other charms a lot more. So that's it for SVS push. So I still have 1,000 cans to go through. I'll still have a lot of pets refinement to go through, and I'll do that off camera because that's not gonna be very funny. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is training day, so I'll be training. I think I have my slot at 10:30 UTC. So yeah, I expect a video early afternoon. I'll record that. Maybe I do a live, I will see. I'm not sure I can tomorrow. If not, I'll try to be live a bit later in the week. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope it was helpful, insightful, how to make points, how to manage your pets, or how to think about it, and how to use your stamina cans, and how to manage your kind of alliance in terms of stamina, what to do, no farming, how to set up, auto join, and something I did not mention, but you can of course adjust the queue limit, right? That's new, that's very good. So let's say I want to rally with, I have 100 cans and I want to rally with Gina on one march plus 2 other marches. So I put a queue limit of 3. So I'll have 3 of my marches that go auto join other players, and I'll have 3 of my march always free. So I can do my 3 rallies, my 3 other marches are joining people, and then I do my 3 rallies whenever they are coming back. So that's one way. So for me, I'll stop, because right now I'm gonna do 6 rallies at a time to burn my stamina cans as fast as I can, because I have other things to do today. Again, thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye. Cheers.